Live.
Yeah, don't put my backstage in there.
Happy Friday, everybody. We're
Howdy.
hanging out, doing things, talking about comic books, and generally just hanging out on this beautiful Friday evening ahead of Father's Day. Happy upcoming Father's Day to both of you gentlemen. I know Mr. Hunter has walked away from the screen for a second, but happy Father's Day to both of y'all.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Yeah, man, we're excited about it. I think my sister and her husband and stuff are coming over on Sunday, and we're all going to barbecue or something. So pretty stoked about that. My mom and dad will be there and whatnot, so it'll be fun. Man, oh man, all kinds of crazy stuff to talk about, right?
Especially that picture you sent me an hour or two ago from freaking Where They Be Shadows.
Oh man,
Shadows, yeah.
There Be Shadows, yes sir.
What did you see? What did he give you?
Oh, here I'll show it live. It's not gonna.
It was party.
It's not an image that can get us in any trouble, so
no.
We will show it live. Trust me, I'm trying to behave so bad.
Must not be from either of the Nazis thing, I guess.
No, it was from you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was from you. Yeah. So check this out, guys. Early in the show, showing art today. But man, did that come out pretty.
That is. I love that look.
Like, it came out so pretty. Oh, my goodness. Man, oh, man. So we were talking about the Halloween issues coming up. Nate, did you happen to read the script I sent you?
Not yet. You sent it to me this afternoon.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm so excited about it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's been hammering me, and I fell asleep last night before I could get to it. He's like, "Hey, how would you like it?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'll get to it."
This fucker had fallen asleep. No, I'm really excited about it because it's like these issues for the holidays are giving us the opportunity to play outside of our own sandboxes, and to get to do all kinds of crazy shit with all the characters. I'll say this, with the Halloween specials coming up, it will be every main character from Ethereal will be in them in one aspect or another.
So listener too?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, Addie will be in there. It'll only be Addie in there, but it'll be Addie in there. But man, oh man, it's been a hell of a week. Got a lot of work done. Everybody's prepping for My Metal Girl.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, is everybody getting ready for My Metal Girl? I mean, seeing a lot of stuff from There Be Shadows floating in.
Mm-hmm.
I know April and I did a lot of work this week on Where They Dwell. We did quite a bit of work on that. So really, really pumped about the teams that are working on these new books, what's going on. There's so much, I am absolutely in love with this concept. Like, it's just so much fun.
That's from our cover artist, Z, who is doing, that interior artist.
Yes, so, absolutely.
Yeah, that one is from the actual artist, and that's how...
That's how the book looks.
Yep, a taste of how the book's going to look on the inside. And he's solid, very solid work all around.
So good. It's Shawnee. Come hang out with us, Shawnee. I'll shoot you a link.
Hey, you know what? When I see this has a Kincaid kind of feel to it. If you've read
it, I got the vibe a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Especially his con artist, kind of style when he does that book. It's definitely like that.
It's interesting because he's an actual mangaka, and I don't know if you know what that means.
Yep.
But for those of you that don't know what that means, he's a manga artist. He's a manga creator, and it's really cool to have him hanging out with us and, joining the team and doing such a really cool book with us, like, oh my gosh, look, if I don't sell you on My Metal Girl, and Bonnie will sell you on My Metal Girl, because it's going to be awesome. Awesome book. Lewis did that one with Whitney Cook. Absolutely love that cover. It's going to be really, really good. I know that Bladen had his hands in a little bit. Really, really good looking cover. And man, so I think we've been pushing Renee Roth on you guys a lot. We love Renee's artwork.
I don't think anybody minds.
No, absolutely
not at
not.
all.
I mean, it's Shawnee and it's April at the same time. Oh my God, look at her fancy background thing.
That is
I'm so
It's
jealous.
because it's a bunch of boxes. It's ridiculous.
Nobody does have that. No one wants to see that.
I'm so
We'll
jealous.
take it. Take it.
The most
Free Wreck-It
amazing
Ralph.
thing.
I don't know how to do that
I'm
thing, so I don't know. Yeah.
No, I don't know how to do it either, but I'm jealous. It's amazing.
What are
So
you
we were
jealous
just talking about Renee Roth and
Oh.
her incredible My Metal Girl cover. We haven't shown it yet, but we were sitting here talking about it for a second because it's just absolutely phenomenal. Like, what on earth, man? Like everything this amazing young talent is putting out is just awesome.
Yep.
Like just straight awesome. And I'm a big fan. Like I'm a big fan. Like
That, you showed me that hint that blew me away. It was like, holy crap.
right.
Scoop
Oh my
it up.
goodness.
We're gonna bring her along for the ride, and
Oh,
Sunday, Sunday
So good.
Surpass the soul, but that's fine.
so good. And like we were
Okay.
just talking about a minute ago, we April and I did a bunch of work on There Be Shadows this week. Lots of cool motion on that. Sorry, Where They Dwell, not There Be Shadows. We were working on Where They Dwell this week.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I'm
too.
still excited, but he was like, okay.
A lot of the stuff that we've done earlier in the year have already been well established, and all this new content that's coming out, just my give a damn is strong.
Well,
we
I-
like it when that happens. That's okay.
The measure of my give a damn is like exceeding its high octane level. I am excited.
Yeah, I love it. She's pumped.
Yes.
And everybody that works with her is incredibly pumped because it's infectious with her. Absolutely love it. Really, really happy
Yay.
about it. Because we work so much that we often don't get the time to sit and look at the fruits of our own labor. So when you actually get to take a step back and go, holy shit, look what we did this week, or look what we've accomplished. It's such a really, really cool thing. And like when, Bladen sends me a cover that I didn't even know was coming, or April goes, hey, look, check this out. I am always enthralled by what they send or what they say. And to see them and their processes, it's almost like a majestic creature out in the wild, like Bladen's out here looking like fucking Bob Roth out here painting badass stuff and doing all kinds of stuff. And then you got April that looks like this really beautiful scorpion. That's like, if you don't do what you're supposed to, I'm gonna sting the shit out of you.
So
You know what I mean?
So it's a
So-
combination of like Bob Ross and Steve Warren. Look
Yeah,
at this majestic beauty out in the wild and everything.
Exactly.
Like happy little
Kill
kids.
it. Kill it.
Right. You're like, I have to have the perfect size Pokeballs to catch these magnificent creatures,
Scared I'm gonna run over him with my chair.
There you go.
um,
Can't run over the Flufinator.
But again, another topic we were just talking about, April and Shawnee, was the Halloween special. We've already started. I'm really happy with the script for book 1. I'm already working on the script for book 2. It's super fun, like just super
looks
fun,
like it,
and it's another really cool aspect about that is actually getting to see Bladen draw characters he doesn't work on.
Oh,
So
cool.
to me, that's pretty neat.
How do you feel about that, Bladen?
I'm actually pretty excited, although that means I might have to actually read the script, so we'll see.
Oh, well, details.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Everybody in reading the scripts. Jeez Louise.
But don't read.
Who
I
reads
can't
the
read.
books?
That's why we have the
Don't need it,
pictures, right? The pretty pictures.
Exactly, yeah.
How do they get the pretty pictures if they don't know what's going on in the
The
damn
reader's
scene?
not going to read the script, so I shouldn't have to either, right?
And
Yeah,
those are the
that's
people you
fair,
trust,
I
Dustin.
suppose.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna sit here and I have my beautiful 2 or 3 people that I keep in the shadows that get to read scripts early. that actually read them and give me fucking feedback versus only people that doesn't read them.
Yeah.
You don't like my feedback.
I love your feedback.
Is
I
April's
bust out the
feedback
red
too nuanced
pen, and I'm
too?
like, whoa.
More gooder.
More gooder, exactly.
Oh my
Shawnee, do you know who that is?
That is Andrew Wilson.
Andrew Wilson, good sir. No, I don't sleep at all. And
No.
most of these good people in here will tell you that that's the truth. I really don't sleep at all. But no, we're
the
with
cat's too busy like dive bombing Hot Wheels on your head.
that's exactly what it is. That
With
shit.
great precision, we might add.
Incredible precision, like unnatural for a cat's precision. Like goddamn devil cat up there attacking me with Hot Wheels, and my son, up there supplying devil cat with Hot Wheels to drop.
It is a
on me.
match made in, well, I don't know, yeah, it's a match.
yeah,
It's a match.
somewhere.
It's a match
Somewhere
made
it
somewhere.
was made.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so lots going on. We're working with If It Hops right now. We've got the campaign that's live. We're just shy of $8,000 right now. Really stoked about that campaign. Beautiful covers, beautiful art. The story is incredible. And this is the first book that April and Braden have ever worked in tandem. So it's a really cool situation going on right now. But again, there's so many things that I want to talk to you guys about and so many things that I want to show you. This is the first time we've shown the Steph Wilson My Metal Girl cover. We had not shown it before anywhere. And I know he's got his large fan base, and he's, they're always waiting. I get messages about the Steph Wilson covers. When are we getting a new Steph Wilson cover?
I
Give
don't
me
do
like
that to
3
you.
weeks, and I swear you'll
bug
see a
him,
new
but I
one.
don't bug you about it.
Yeah, you'll see a new one every couple weeks. Just, I promise. But it's been, it's a fun one.
Oh, it is a
It's
fun
super
one.
cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
The hairstyle is super fun to me. I'm a big one big thing about Anne Bonny is the clipper ship. You're always going to see the clipper ship in her thigh region, right above the
noticed that.
thigh, generally speaking. That has a lot to do with the character, and if you know anything about the history of Anne Bonny,
And Bonnie, you say?
Anne Bonny, I say,
Who's that?
she was a famous pirate,
Yes, she was.
Aye.
like a real famous pirate. So
He was a
you know-
historical figure.
oh my gosh, amazing individual.
Yeah.
Funny enough, you can pick up Michael Crichton's Pirates, and he actually writes an amazing story about Anne Bonny.
I did not know that. Okay.
He's a huge inspiration to me. I absolutely love Michael Crichton's work. Gone way too soon, in my opinion. But again, we've got so much going on. We showed you guys a couple of things earlier on. Man, oh man, how have you guys been doing this week? April, everything, I love the pep and the step and whatnot you got going on and stuff.
Yes.
She's faking
Yeah.
it until she makes it.
Make it until you make it.
I
We
don't
did a fun
know
show
what you
earlier.
were asking. Huh?
We did a fun show earlier this week.
Oh, maybe a little.
That was cool. We did a fun show. We normally don't do too many other live shows these days, but it was
Oh,
fun to go
right.
on and say hey and
Yeah,
see how people are doing and stuff. And,
I was glad I caught that. That was fun. Yep.
yeah, meet some new folks and whatnot. That was cool. I didn't know they followed me on Facebook already. It's funny like that nowadays, where there's like, I'll be like, damn, that artist is badass. And then they'll be like following me, and I'll be like, I'm gonna add them on Facebook, and I'm already friends with them, and I'm like, oh, I had no idea what's going on here. Like, what the fuck are you even doing, man? Pay attention. No, well, when you get like 4,500 people on your shit, it's hard to keep up with who's on it, who's not on it, and holy cow. Speaking of holy cow, right? So
Moo.
I am. Oh my gosh!
Should we
So
be camo looking for cows?
look for camo. Put the camo on. Prep yourself.
Okay,
Black
I
and
was
white.
crazy
Change the
accent.
camos.
Let's do it.
I'm with you.
He likes to work in black and white and camo.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do. I do a
Hashtag
lot
that.
of. I do a lot of black and white. That book is not going to stay black and white. That book is actually being colored by a brand new member of Ethereal.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
that's going to be really pretty. Like he's done some cover work, really recent cover work with us.
Okay.
But the interior is going to be absolutely beautifully colored. What is that? Oh, see,
Underland.
that's Underland. It doesn't. I don't have any of this shit labeled because that's how smart I am. I'm like,
You were complaining about that earlier, so we always have fun watching you flip through trying to find the right things, and we get to see awesome stuff in the
If
meantime.
you
So.
would just download it from the drive where I have labeled everything, because we're in a post-April,
April, that's so smart.
April,
That's
you're
so
using
smart.
logic.
Good of
Don't
you to
use
do.
logic.
Gosh.
Don't
I
use
even
good or
told-
logic on
told
me.
you. I even told you like 5 or 6 days ago. Oh, hey, I put some censored low resolution pictures that you should download for the show on
You
Friday.
did. I have
And you're
those.
like, oh, cool. You do?
Do you have them?
Yes, I have those.
Ooh.
I will show those here in just a moment.
Hey, guess what? Those are labeled.
They are labeled. I appreciate that because a lot of shit is not, and I mess it up when I download it and try to change the size. We're not going to talk about any of that right now. So,
We'll ignore the behind-the-scenes technical difficulties.
yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Zero filter. I'm so sorry.
Don't mess with me.
I'm just going to be like, what's your face from Ghostbusters? And be like,
That's right.
Janine.
Jenny.
call.
Exactly.
April.
That's exactly right.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Jesus. What is Bladen over there working on? He's
Yeah,
not
what are you
talking
doing?
shit about me. What's he working on?
Well,
I made a reference earlier, but y'all passed by, so that's okay.
You made a reference? All right. Well, I'm going to let you slide and act like I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
We
so
were obviously talking too loud over each other, so sorry.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's good. It was really funny, and it would have cut him to the core, but here we are.
Oh my God. See, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all are so abusive.
well,
So abusive.
Isn't that why
too
you
much
came?
Asian seasoning in our food.
Joke's
Oh my
on you.
God,
That's his
y'all are-
king. He's into it.
I tried
So abusive.
I tried the crawfish boil thingy. Not
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good
I
stuff.
love the spices. I love the seasoning. That shit's too salty, yo. I can't do it.
Oh, it's
No?
so good.
No, you got to cook that a long time. It'll be good.
I'm not saying that it's not. It's just that I'm old and I'm not allowed to have that much salt. And the next
Oh,
day
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I got the cankles. Damn it.
Oh,
So we
no.
just kinda like,
I feel you on that, April.
I know this is
There's certain
ridiculous.
things I love, and my body says no.
10
Man.
years ago, all you had to do is give me a salt lick and I'd be fine.
Mhm.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. Now you're in big trouble. All right. Let's see some more stuff and not talk about anybody's dietary issues.
Or it is in that sense. Anything else.
I Captain Crunch.
You know what? I got you there, feller. Rotten asses. Team Ethereal, whole ass fucking rotten.
That's
You hired us. What do you expect?
All ass rotten.
I think I'm sweating from laughing so hard. It's real hot down here. It's
It's real hot in this here region. Jesus.
All right, friends. Rein it in. Rein it in, y'all.
Yeah.
Bring us back on track, Layden.
Rein it in.
I'm not. Yeah.
Bring it in.
I might be
Jesus
part of
H.
the problem. I don't know.
So,
Well, I know better than to ask
I
Dustin to
wanna-
do that
I wanna-
because
I wanna
that's,
talk to you
that's
guys
not
about
gonna
a
happen.
couple things tonight. A couple different types of subjects
Yes, sir.
tonight because I'm interested. Did you say yes, sir, Daddy? Is that a thing for you? Don't do that. That's
That is
dirty.
not lifesafe, but
Oh, okay. I was like, well, hey,
guess what? That's a thing
this
now.
is the blue label. Stay away from the red label.
That's a thing now, though, because you said it.
I need to change my background.
Oh, you should do it. Red, make it red or purple.
Did you see how red Shawnee got? Shawnee got red as fuck. Like,
I do.
That
I start
exposure.
laughing. That's just what happens. So you know.
oh my god, I'm too honest. Don't mess around with me. I'll say
It's all
some
good.
shit. Anyway. So I know.
I'm
April.
not the only one
didn't
turning red.
I know
It's a
April didn't
de-saddening
read
thing if I
comics
laugh.
back in the day, right? She was not a comic reader back in the day, but I was a big fan of Dark Horse. Nate, did you read Dark Horse?
Oh, of course I did.
Johnny?
You know I did.
Okay,
Aliens
I know
versus
Blade.
Predator.
I know Blade and read some Dark Horse,
At least one.
at least one.
Yeah, I was
What did
big
you
on
read from Dark Horse, Nate?
Aliens, Predator, Terminator,
Right on.
RoboCop. You know, I
Yep.
read all those, and then
The big four from them.
Yeah,
Those
exactly
were the big
I-
four books. from
Yeah, I
them.
read the big four, but then
Mhm.
also I loved reading Dark Horse Presents because, like, when
Absolutely.
the Crow was brought over to Dark Horse
Yep.
for a
Ooh,
while,
yeah.
so when
And the
Bar
mini
got
stories and stuff.
Yep.
You know, your actually your AVP novels and your AVP films came from Dark Horse Presents. They were actually a mini one like literal 15-page story spawned an entire, you know, genre of films, books, toys, you know, whatever. An interesting thing, we know a lot of the folks that work for Marvel here in Ethereal. We know a lot of folks that work for Marvel, and I had a couple of them reach out to me the other day that worked on Aliens and Predator and asked my opinion about the books. Coming from a person that's been a fan like my whole life, like that was the first horror movie I ever saw. Probably, you know, it was big deal in my household because my mom was a fan, you know, whatever. And the story is garbage, right? It's garbage.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely garbage.
It doesn't
Now,
need to be good. That's not the point.
man, look, you know. So let's rewind a little bit, right? Let's look at your DC and your Marvel and stuff and where crossovers go. Marvel or DC jumped in with Dark Horse for numerous books, numerous crossovers, and they were phenomenal, like crazy good. Like even if the story wasn't great, Batman fighting the Predator or Batman fighting aliens was just badass. It was Batman, right? It was Batman. And like, you know, we've got Wolverine versus the Predator coming out from Marvel Comics. I think it drops in September. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, where have I seen this before? I know I've seen this. A Wolverine versus somebody from Dark Horse. I know I've seen it. So I start looking back and I'm like, oh my God. The Brood, right? The Brood was like an alien clone all day long. Like, oh my God, crazy clone of aliens, you know? Even down to the design almost. Like the head, it was just it was flattened a little bit, you know, but
we all know what it is. Yeah.
We all know. I mean, to be fair, you know, Turtles did it too. You know what I mean? Turtles did it as well. You know, they had those they were yellow pizza monsters is what they called them. And they were literally aliens. Like literally, they looked the exact fucking same, but they were yellow. And they had eyes. You know, it's you know, what I'm getting to is we've got to stop rehashing shit we've seen. Like we've really got to quit going in and going, oh, people are not going to remember this. Motherfucker. People will remember. You know, they're going to remember the stories they've read. You know, because your comic book readers and your comic book publishers, your comic book artists, your comic book, you know, writers, whoever, you know, those are the cats that have been into this industry for all their lives. You know, so they've read all these stories that you're putting out. You know, how do you respond to us going, oh my gosh, there's a new Robin that has died in Batman.
Again?
Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? How, you know what I mean? There's a new, you know, catastrophic event in Marvel that every single hero has to be involved in to stop. You know, or, you know, it's just, we've seen it. We've done it. You know, so when are we going to start seeing new stories with aliens? So I picked up the new issue and it literally read like, I don't know if any of you guys played StarCraft when you were younger, but it literally read like a Zerg story from StarCraft. Like there's a humanoid alien queen now. Fuck off. What? Like, come on now. So all I'm saying is come up with original ideas, come up with original concepts. That's what people want to read. People don't want to read shit they've read 13, 14, 15 times already. You know? Man, oh man.
Is it the editors or the writers? Like, what? Where do you look at that?
Well, you got to look at, it's not just comic books, it's film as well, right?
Mhm.
Look at all these classic movies that are getting remade.
Uh-huh.
But why though? But why though?
They don't
They
need
were
to be.
they were great in their own
Just
time.
Yeah.
You know, and I love them coming out in 4K. That's dope. Give me the 4K, you know, upgrades.
Well,
But
give us
you
the
don't
old
need to-
movies in 4K. Don't give us
Exactly.
new revisions
Right.
where someone thinks they're smarter than the original creator and
Exactly.
is going to go ahead and just shit all over the property. Like,
Right.
no.
Just give us the original film, clean it up a little bit. We love that. You know what I
And
mean?
we'll
We
watch it
absolutely
again.
love that. You know, like I remember as a kid, when they redid Star Wars, right? When they redid Star Wars, there were a few things that were fixed that were better, a few little weird things that were changed, but overall, it was the same movie you were getting.
Talking about 4
You know,
7 with the
Special
new
edition.
effects and stuff like that.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like when they fixed the land speeder so it wasn't Vaseline on the camera, it looked better. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there are certain things that we as older folks now know that they did because we saw the documentaries or we saw the makings of. You know, literally, yes, that's not a joke with the Vaseline thing. That was literally how it was done. And
That's
it's
how they did close-ups in Star Trek, like in the original couple seasons.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just how things
Yeah.
were done.
don't talk about Star Trek because I don't know anything about it. And April's
Oh, I'm a Trekkie. I'm a Trekkie
April will
all
make
day.
fun of me for
Well,
not
no,
knowing anything about
I'm just
Star
saying,
Trek.
like close-ups in that era, they put Vaseline over the camera, and it's weird looking, but it is.
Right. But
The whole
that's our
Soft
childhood,
focus
right?
filter thing, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That is our
But that
childhood.
was the technology they had at the time, which is what they were
Absolutely.
using. So, yeah.
And it was cool to us. We didn't know it was fucking Vaseline. We didn't give a shit. It was great.
It was
Yep.
so
You know, it was so cool. And so it's interesting to me now going into this next arc of Theater 7, and they're redoing Anaconda, and which was really, really weird and just happens to fall at a really weird time. Because not like I had insider trading that they're going to do a new Anaconda movie. You know what I mean? It was
There was
like,
vibes in the universe.
yeah, some weird shit that happens to me sometimes. I'm sure it happens to everybody, but sometimes it's real weird with me.
No, you're probably the only empath here. That's probably why.
That's what it is. I
That's
feel all the fucking energy in the universe.
Uh-huh.
I
and
can feel
all
the
the
energy in my house with
fucking-
my kids. I can know when they're up and they're not doing what they're supposed to.
That's it.
Yeah.
That dad sense.
Dad Spidey says, dad intuition, absolutely.
Yeah,
Dad
right.
sense is a thing. Like all of a sudden, I was like, man, they're real quiet. And all of a sudden, I hear my daughter scream because she got hit by a plastic gun in the back of the head.
Who did it?
Oh my gosh. You immediately know what happened.
And your son is like pointing to the cat.
Yeah, pointing at the cat. Cat did it. The cat pushed it off the landing onto her head. Yeah, no. Fucking evil.
Phasers on stun.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
That's some spicy laser.
Laser.
Oh my gosh. That
Oh my god, no.
Is it-
Um,
was a Star Trek.
but-
joke.
Yeah, it's
So we're-
hard though. 'Cause sometimes the remakes, when they do remakes, it can be really hit or miss. So sometimes, occasionally, it's not bad. It's okay, but most of the time, though, I'm like, what did you do to my movie?
yeah. Well, you know, I was worried, like, you know, when we started working on this, we had no idea the movie was coming out, the remake was coming out. So I have literally watched Anaconda again probably 30 times in the past 4 months.
I'm sorry.
And
That's a lot.
it is a lot, but it's not like all the way through, but I'll go in and peek at scenes and stuff. And you know, I keep looking at like there's some gender bent stuff going on in the book to make it more, you know, appealing versus how much of a sausage party the film was. You know what I mean? And there's a few things that we change up a little bit just because it's, you know, it's Devin Massey book. So I have to give him the free reign to do what he wants with it. But I, I'm putting these panels together, and I remember going, man, that dude Mateo was real grimy, right? Like real grimy. Like didn't look like he had a bath in like 6 years or some shit. So I was like, we're gonna make it a chick, and we're gonna make her stupid pretty, like stupid pretty. But now you're talking about like reenacting death scenes and stuff from movies, and so I'm sitting here going, how is this going to occur? How are we going to move that into place? Because Return to the Future was easy. Like I really think Return to the Future was easy. It was fun, whereas because oh my gosh, that was just the fact we're trying to keep dude from fucking his mom. That's great. It was just great, and it was super fun to work on. But when we start putting together this more serious story for her to be in, you're also adding that quote unquote ethereal spice to it. You're trying to make it what a normal ethereal book would be, because it's funny enough that when you look at branding, right? Like when you look at a certain type of product, you have an expectation as a consumer for that type of product. Whether it's intentional or not, you still have an expectation. You're like, oh, am I going to see plenty of people getting eaten? Am I going to see people getting shot? Am I going to see this? Am I going to see that? And it's like, fuck, you know what I mean? We have to keep that expectation, not just the whole ass of it, you know what I mean? But we still have to keep the expectation of what kind of story you're going to get. Are you going to see naked chick? Yeah, probably. That's an ethereal thing, generally speaking. But are you going to see the action scenes? Are you going to see, Penny slip and fall and her boob fall out of her shirt or something? You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things that you'll come across, but are we able to keep it to your expectation? Are we able to keep it to what you were thinking you would see? Especially when you came from a very funny couple issues. The first 3 books are very amusing. If nothing else, they're very amusing, and the art's beautiful. So when you get into issue 4, you're just like, holy crap, it's a much more serious toned book. And the art style it matches the film, and that's one of the interesting things about Theater 7 that we've been working on, is having each issue match the art style of the film that it would be in. Like if Penny falls into Steamboat Willie, she would be a cartoon in Steamboat Willie. It's just another way to integrate the character into these worlds that we're working on, and I'm really happy with it. Really happy with the concepts of it. But now we're taking this funny book in this direction that is more scary, because that's what the movie was supposed to be. And we're using it because it was kind of a funny, scary movie. It really wasn't that terrifying or anything. As a kid, I remember there were a couple jump scares. Having watched it as an adult, not so many jump scares. But... Oh, go ahead, Nate. You got something?
I was going to say, is it maybe because of when you saw it 20 years ago versus seeing it as an adult today? That's why the expectation of the movie has changed. Like I just bought it from 88 Films, the box set that came out.
Yeah.
And I watched through all of them, even the atrocious last.
Oh my God, the third one?
The third one, it was so bad. At least the second one, I gave it some.
The Blood Orchid was okay. It was all right.
The end at the end with all the snakes, that was pretty good. I like that part in the Blood Orchid. But
yeah,
the first one, if it wasn't for Ice Cube, I don't think today I would have been like, all right, this is so bad by today's standards of horror.
That's the issue, and making a book that is still entertaining but true to the story of what you were getting. Like. Yes, it is a more mature, spoofy version of the film. I still want you to feel like it's about a big ass snake. You know what I mean? And, with Penny, we've got plenty of dick jokes going on, it being a giant snake book. But it's still like one of those things where I literally have Devin recreating all these characters to fit our story.
And I imagine that's its own different kind of challenge too,
For
because
sure.
you have, like you said, you with the brand, you have a certain expectation. Penny's
Yeah.
a certain expectation with her character, and then you have her in now this slightly different, like you said, a little more scary, a little more darker, still funny
Yeah.
movie. That's that's going to be interesting to how you have to still have the humor, have it there, have her be true to herself,
Mhm.
but
Well, that's how the
Yeah.
series was
yeah,
always meant to run. It was when we started putting it together, it was to go from Return to the Future into these campy old horror movies from the 90s. That's what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Not so far back into the 80s where we were doing, really campy horror movies. But
Oh, we
the
need
90s,
come on, at least one slasher. We need one slasher from the 80s.
yeah, we have a slasher that she'll be involved in.
I was going to say there's bound to
And
be one in there somewhere.
there's a slasher coming. You've got the Worms book coming, which is like the Tremor spoof. You've got a Critter spoof coming. You've got a Leprechaun spoof coming. There's all kinds of spoofs we've got with this series that we're working on. But it was really important though to nail this particular arc, because when I don't know if you guys read it, but back in the day there was a Cave Woman book where it was literally she was like live, like it was a movie set that she was on. Like all the dinosaurs were animatronics and stuff. It was very, very cool book, right? And I remember thinking how interesting that was that Bud did that back in the day. And we were sitting here looking at this stuff, and it was like, but we're literally putting her in there though. You know what I mean? The character has to change. She has to be changed by this event. Like right now, when Penny gets back in the next, well, not the second issue, but the third issue, when she gets back from Return to the Future, she's changed from this event. You know what I mean? Not in a bad way, but she's excited. She's thrilled with everything going on. But now you're going to throw her into something that may be absolutely terrifying to her, and she may be different, like down to the core different of the character. So I'm having a lot of fun skirting around the image, like the actual issues with her to keep her where we want her. It's a lot of fun though. And
I'm going to be a tad shallow and just say I can't wait. I'm so excited to see the covers for this new.
Oh my gosh, the cover for the covers that I have. So normally, if you ask April or Bladen, I don't jump into the covers too much. I normally let everybody do their own, but every now and then I'll have some ideas. The Pig Snake arc has like a stack of ideas from being to hand out.
I can only imagine.
It literally is like a stack of fucking covers to hand out.
I think that makes it a little easier. I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
You think it does? It makes it easier?
I think it does. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cover that you just did that I suggested came out beautifully. Like it came out absolutely beautifully. And I think that, yes, it makes me feel good to put out the cover work, to design the covers for everybody. And it looks good. Most of them come out really well. More often than not, they come out really well when I suggest them. But, there's a concept where I have a hard time getting away from artistic freedom, right? Like I always want to give people artistic freedom. I write my scripts like that. I write, my stories, the whole concepts of Ethereal is all about teamwork. So I often have, it's almost like a, I don't know what you'd call it. Like, I don't want to step on people's toes. You know what I mean? Like you are creators. You're incredibly talented. I don't ever want to be like, hey, look, do this.
Right.
Like that shit doesn't work.
No, I get that. Yeah,
you don't want to curtail. Yeah.
Yeah. The script writing is actually the way I prefer it, where it's a little loose and you can kind of fill in the panels how you have to do. I think the biggest thing is when we have new artists coming on for a new project. We don't have much reference and all that. I'll make a package. April will describe it and give them the reference material. But a a lot of times for new property, people are just like, well, what do you want for it? So
For sure.
I think it's a good thing a good balance. So some of it, it's like, yeah, just a pinup of this character, boom, done. So that's perfect.
Right.
And then other times it is like, okay, so in this issue, this stuff's going to happen, and this certain cover artist would be really exceptional on whatever type of piece, maybe something different to this. So yeah,
This
it's
one's
balance
gonna be
there.
fun. I promise this one's gonna be fun. Like it's stupid fun. I have so today and last night I've spent working on some of these cover concepts for the upcoming books, and I've also spent working on some ideas for these T-shirts.
I want T-shirt.
Yeah, you've got the T-shirt thing stuck in my brain recently. So I've got some cool ideas for some T-shirts, and I really like this new hashtag, this Ethereal Girl hashtag. So because it rolls right off the tongue, just like an old song, So I'm a fan. So it works, hashtag Ethereal Girl. I dig it. April got it, so she's over there.
Madonna, Material Girl. I know all about it. I'm not old.
I'm trying to behave, and it's real hard.
Oh my gosh!
April's behaving herself.
I don't know what's going on.
Such a
there.
good
I know. What's that?
She must be tuckered.
Yeah.
That's my long day.
No, I'm working. I'm putting
Oh,
together
that's
character packets and stuff.
Yeah, she's busy. She's occupied mentally. She might be taxed. No worries. No worries.
That's it.
Okay.
So
I just think it's funny, like hashtag Ethereal Girl. I'm all like, yeah, but when you start putting the ethereal spice, does that mean that it gets a little spicy, or you get to like say it in a southern twang, or maybe a little Creole slang?
Ooh, that sounds
you
fun.
know what? I'm gonna do another T-shirt that says "Say it in Creole" on the back.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's a hashtag I can get behind.
I'll take one.
Yeah. So I have some really cool ideas. Like a bunch of people have been asking for new swag for a while, so I've got some ideas coming around. Which means you guys won't see Joe Bladen for a while because I'm gonna throw him in the basement again. He won't be allowed out
I'm working on 2 books right now, friend.
because I've got some cool ideas, and he is.
Bring some sunlight every now and then, please.
No sunlight.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Don't feed him after midnight. Oh my gosh.
We'll rebel.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's gonna do some new T-shirt ideas. We had some new stickers coming. Don't know what the fuck happened to those.
Oh man, I
But-
just got some stickers. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I sent you some stickers. I did. Hey April, did you get your package from me?
I got something in the Amazon locker, and I haven't been out to the locker to get it. It populated like an hour before I got on to the
I got you.
onto the podcast, so
Right
it's
on.
not that it's
I was
gonna
just checking. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. Look at the cards. April and I did that card together with Steph Wilson's artwork on it.
Oh, I got that one.
That is shiny goodness.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
I'm so glad that turned out.
It came out so good, and that's a whole nother swag conversation to get into. But there's all kinds of cool stuff that we've been working on. The stickers all came out great. The sticker packs are looking really, really good. Most of those are from Trevor Grace, those stickers. But we're definitely going to be picking up some new sticker artists, putting out some new stickers. I'm working, like I said, we're working on some T-shirts. Lots of really cool stuff going on. I know that Bladen is currently working on Kill Cam as well. I know that he's getting close to finishing up BGD 4. And he's working on Kill Cam.
BGD4, I'm done with my part.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, love
Yeah,
it. I didn't know
My
that.
full-time BGD, Kill Cam, and then April and I are working the Hops 3. So.
Yeah, I got to send you the additional pages for BGD 4. So
Oh
Yeah, the Stitches pages for that book. So,
Stitches pages.
Ooh.
oh my gosh, I've had so much fun with that. Like so much fun with Stitches
It's
stuff.
like and I'm not saying it doesn't. It's a whole different piece. It's not like the main story is there, and we're following through with that. But then, yeah, Stitches, it's its own little side thing, and it's so awesome.
It's a lot of fun to work with.
It's an
I
amuse bouche
have,
of the comic world.
dude, like I have never wanted to write from the perspective of a serial killer before in my life.
No, are you sure?
I haven't. Well, apparently half the people think I'm batshit crazy anyway. So,
Well, we don't think, we know, but that's
Yeah.
one thing I love about you, so it's all good.
I'm so okay with it. But like, I would be an awful. No, we don't want that. So, anyway,
There's
the
a certain set of
Stitches
skills,
stuff,
folks.
yeah, you know, it's bad when a serial killer has the skills to do the job. That's not great. So you don't want that one. Just get the weird neighbor down the street. Don't get the guy that is no. But anyway, there's so many cool things going on with that book. The trade paperback I'm really excited for. We got to get one more piece of art done for the trade paperback, one or two actually, so we can have the divider between the BGD book and then the Stitches series. In the back.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy about it. I think that character has grown on me to the point where you'll probably see them for some time. I don't think that that's going to be a
Yay.
distant act anytime soon.
I don't know if I've ever been so happy to know that a serial killer will be an ongoing
Yes.
thing.
Yes, all the serial killer goodness.
But I am.
Well, how
I,
else is he gonna weave in the black, white, and camo aspect?
That's right.
See?
Exactly. Well, Ricky's got camo pants. He wears black shirt sometimes.
But you gotta have more. And so
Yeah.
April had to bring it full circle, so thank you.
There's
What
You know,
I'm here for.
I have always been one to say the characters need to change their clothes. They never need to wear the same clothing in a comic book because it doesn't make any sense to me. You know,
Why are
and
wearing almost no clothes? What the heck?
I like Maya.
That works too.
I'm a big fan of Maya in almost no clothes. I'm a big fan of Maya in no clothes at all. In fact,
I think we're all just a big fan of Maya.
you know what? It's funny. Speaking of that, April brought it up the other night. I was like, we're gonna have Maya be a big part of this, story coming up, and she was like, "Don't forget, you wanted to kill her like a year and a half ago," and I was like, "Oh well, yeah, I
She'll
did."
still get her chance.
You didn't want to get beat up, so.
No, I didn't. I remember Blade go, "We're not killing Maya," and I was like, "Oh Jesus."
Yes, I remember you said, Dustin, that there was a bit of a mutiny.
Yeah, I was like, ugh. But she,
I'm the captain now.
yeah. She keeps the story together in such a good way. Like she's a very grounded character, a very realistic character, in my opinion. I'm very proud of her in the development of that character. She's one of those characters that, like the Hatter. The Hatter is a character that's going to evolve tremendously throughout Underland. Like in the beginning, the first issue, she could give a shit about anybody but herself and her husband, and that changes as she deals with Alice and what they're
You
dealing
guys will see in the second story, there's a big situation where, I mean, she's not a perfect being and she struggles and has to work with stuff, but then there's a big event that happens that she tries to work on, but like it's almost like she's powerless to help. So
You made her relatable.
exactly.
I like characters that you can relate to. I think that was one of the biggest things with Agent C was making her believable. And
Giving
making
her
her
agency.
exactly.
Exactly.
Big shot.
Haha. She's got her own bunny agency.
Ew.
Well, it's funny because like when we look at characters in comic books, if we can relate to them, their stories become more believable. And same thing with a novel. If you pick it up and let's say that the novel is about a somebody that works in a museum, right? And you do that same type of work at a museum, it's much more believable to you. You can get into it that much deeper than you could if you didn't know shit about the museum, you know. But every time you pick up a book that they're like, I put my pants on like that, you're like, oh fuck, me too. You know, it makes things just so much better, you know, from a consumer standpoint. In my opinion.
I like mysteries, and one of the things I love to do is if I can find one that's set in a city I've either lived in or know, that's really cool.
Right.
Oh, I know the places they're talking about. That's
Absolutely.
Again, that really makes it much more real for me, and I'm more invested in it. I have a lot more
Like
fun with
fun
it. Yeah.
though, right? Like it's so much fun because you're like, man, I know that landmark, or man, I know that color because I've seen it on the wall.
Yep.
You know, it's a very intimate feeling.
You can put
know?
yourself in there much easier.
Absolutely, you can just drop yourself into that character's shoes, you know. And I think that we're going to be doing I think Greed was where we first started doing stuff like that, you know, where it was like, man, as a kid, I was scared of the dark, you know, like so I grew up in Chesapeake, Virginia till I was almost 10 years old. And I grew up on a farm, right? And I didn't have any neighbors that were anywhere close to me. I didn't have jack shit anywhere near me. You know, it was me, my dad, my mom, and my grandfather had a trailer next to, like, our house was actually a giant, like 2-car garage that got converted into a house,
Interesting.
you
Okay.
know, and you know, we in the 80s, you know, we didn't have a lot.
That's what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot. So, but we had 400 acres of farmland.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Did
I
we
know
have-
about that work.
Yeah.
We'd had for a long time. Like my grandfather won the majority of it in a card game and then bought the rest of it.
Mhm.
But it was very different type of childhood. Like I grew up like hunting muskrat and fox and quail and all kinds of other stuff, and working with the farm and stuff. But the majority of our property was rented out to other people.
Okay.
So they would, you know, farm the property to pay for the taxes. That's all my grandfather charged them for, was just to pay the taxes on the land. And I remember being so scared at night, because like my mom and dad's bedroom had a staircase in the corner of the bedroom, and the staircase was small, right? It was like literally small. You'd have to be a smaller individual or a child not to be like leaning off the side of the staircase that went up. And when you went up, it was into the attic, and my bedroom was the attic. And the floor, like to get in there, the door was in the floor, right?
Oh, so you had a trap door. You actually had to.
Right. So to get out, you had to lift it. And as a kid, wasn't always the easiest thing to lift. So most of the time you'd leave it open, you know. And I remember being so scared of the dark.
Well, yeah, it's because now you had the little monsters that could come grab your toes.
Exactly.
Right. You know, exactly.
No street lights, out in the middle of nowhere.
Nope.
Trap door, big hole in the floor.
Yeah.
Lord only knows what's coming up.
Yeah. You know, and
I'm right there with you.
Right. Like, so when I started writing Greed, I was like, man, even though it's a suburban kid, I still wanted you to feel that weird sense of, holy cow, there's things creeping around at night, you know, like, and even though we love Cade, you know, we absolutely love Cade, there's still this sense of, you still don't trust this individual, you know, as you go through the stories. And I think that's more relevant than ever in this issue that that we're currently working on now. It's like, you know, what is his deal? You know, how do you know, he just seems to be there at opportune time period and everything going on. And so it's a lot of fun to work with. So I think that using that type of writing is something that we're using moving into There Be Shadows. You know, it's literally like, you know, you're jumping into a child's shoes and dealing with something absolutely terrifying. Because outside of Wrath, which is, for those of you that read The Listener or have been reading Greed, Wrath is pretty shitty dude.
Mhm.
But so he's one of the most terrifying characters I've ever written, and
He's
so
disturbing
running,
at the level. Yeah.
he's horrifying. So going into There Be Shadows, it was like, well, I have to top that in this book. Like it's my own mission to come out and write something that was that much scarier, than anything that we'd done before, and not in a huge like action-packed type of way,
Right.
but in a traditional sense of scary,
Well,
and
the big thing is the tension that's in that story.
for sure.
It builds up to the end, and you think it's going to be okay, but it's not. That's where the actual nightmare begins. Is at the end of the story.
There's a lot of build up, because you're talking about issue 1, and you're talking about what the character, who you're dealing with, you know what I mean, and
now I'm approaching this with great trepidation.
Yes, well, I mean, good grief, I am absolutely in love with it, like so in love with it.
Oh, I just noticed her little butt cheeks.
It's
cute.
so good. Speaking of things that April has edited so we could show them on Twitch, which we're all very grateful for.
Yeah.
I still am over the moon about that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mitch's cover.
Oh,
Yep.
so good. There were so many good ones, though. There are like so many good ones. Oh my gosh. Ugh, ridiculous. My Metal Girl. Too many
Well,
good
My Metal Girl, the cover. I mean, yeah, it's just the colors and the style. It just pops. All of them so far.
It is.
They're in your face in the best possible way.
Oh my gosh, right? Like everybody like came out banging on that book. Like they were all ready to just go.
I can't wait to see the actual interiors and the whole story because the covers are amazing.
This is, I can show you guys a page I've got. It has a couple color edits that are being done on it, I'm sure. Because like I said, I get like the first roughs and then I don't get to see anything until it's all done. But it's coming along so good. Like just so good. But Anne Bonny is literally everything that you would want out of like a companion, she's a very interesting character. You don't get to see a whole lot of her in issue 1. Well, you get to see a whole lot of her, but not a whole lot of her.
No, she makes an effect. She has an effect. She has a lasting impression for sure.
Right? Like I had too much fun, period. But My Metal Girl was a book that I could not put down when I start working on it. Like if I have other things going on, I cannot touch My Metal Girl because I will not put it down. Like I'll get antsy and have to move over and work on My Metal Girl. I think I've got issue 3 is halfway done.
Is that your crack candy? It's just like just once you stop.
You say it's terrible the way I'm saying it, like I pick up that Metal Girl.
Well, it sounds pretty bad when you say it that way.
I just walk over there like a bowling ball and just
Oh my god!
And if you get sprayed on, we'll be like, no, back to real work.
You're not allowed to say that on live TV.
Too late.
So funny. I pull up Lee and she's all in camo.
That's it.
Ah,
I love Lee. Oh, so good. Speaking of, what are you doing over there talking about Lee and Arya? What do you got going on over there?
I'm making character reference guides because we got all these new cats that are not from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm about that life. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. She's in the new crossover book, so we got crossover covers coming up.
Oh yeah, I like
So I have
that.
to go in and find references of who these characters are and tell the people about them a little bit, and yeah. And then I can get back to If It Hops.
Yes, If It Hops. That bad old bunny book.
Oh my god, so good.
You want to know what's so good? Let me show you what's so good.
Oh.
Let me show you what's so good. These BGD pages that we're getting are awesome.
There's
Like,
a lot of action in this one. Yeah, things are building up.
like just
Oh yeah.
Look at those
Like-
toes. Oh yeah.
somebody that can draw feet. Shut up.
There's no
It
feet on
ain't a
this one
life
I'm
field.
working on
It
right
ain't a
now.
life field.
I'm gonna Rob Liefeld that. So yeah.
You better hide them feet.
Uh-huh.
Lots of bubbles.
Exactly.
What bubbles or smoke?
This little piggy.
That boy
Some-
cannot draw
some
feet
green
to save
fog.
his life.
I'm sorry.
Watch it, you're gonna get canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We do get the coolest art. We do get this coolest art.
We do.
Check this
We
out.
do.
This is a piece that we got from an individual that is also a great artist. I'm not going to butcher his name live, but check that out.
Oh,
I mean,
that's hilarious. I love it.
so awesome. You know, I tell you what, it's really cool to see the different like artists, you know, putting their spin on the things that we work on. You know, here's another good one. Here's another good one. I repeated that on purpose.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
yep.
That was fun. That was a
That's
commission
nice,
that
buddy.
April got done.
Yep.
And awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. The more like I spent the other day like going through files and whatnot, and it's interesting the amount of pieces that people haven't seen because they may be new to following us, or you know, they've never heard of us before, you know. So it's like Oscar threw me in this group yesterday with like 13,000 people in it, and none of them knew who we were. But they were all like, you know, hey, Oscar says you do good artwork. Start posting artwork. And I was like, I don't do artwork, but I publish comic books.
You
I can
make
show you
books.
guys cool stuff, you know. And I'm
That's
going through.
respectable.
Great marketing opportunity.
It was such a
Exactly.
cool, you know, it was so cool because there's pieces that a lot of people haven't seen, you know, that are just diehard pieces. That was actually David Acampo that did that piece.
Yeah.
And just, oh my gosh, that was
That's a great scene.
2021. You know, holy crap, here's another one from 2021.
Yep.
You know, I love going back and seeing the older stuff, you know, and the stuff that you get to see in the trade paperbacks, or the stuff that, you know, we did limited run covers of that you may or may not ever see again, you know. And it's super, super cool experience to be able to go in and, you know, find artwork that you guys haven't seen from us.
Not only is it nostalgia, but it's also a chance too to kind of see how you've grown.
I mean, well, check this one out. And absolutely, I thoroughly agree. This is probably my favorite Eve that we've ever done. Like we've ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can see why. Yeah, that's an awesome piece.
I was expecting the Linodai one.
Yeah, I was kind of too, actually.
This one,
That's the cover. I had that one right by me. Yeah.
this one though, we used as we used for something else. We didn't use it for. Yeah, that's the Lenadai cover. Yeah,
Hard to catch it without the light. Sorry.
That's
no,
all
you're
right.
good.
Halo light.
That O-ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, O-ring.
No.
Y'all are terrible.
Uh,
So
It was whatever. I wasn't even trying to be dirty then.
nope.
well, it's hard to share things now, right? Because usually I don't really care, but now we're on these places that'll fucking cancel me if I show any nudity. So I'm like, yes, promotional material. Wait a minute.
You can't show all the covers no more.
Exactly.
Real sorry, guys. Follow us on Instagram. You can see them there.
Technically, I was supposed to film before, but you know, you get by.
Yeah, you
We
know.
make it work. It's all good.
I didn't know that's cool. Yeah, you can stay available on Twitter.
I mean, oh my gosh, there's just well, I mean, we're on Twitch now, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. You can find us just about anywhere that there's a .com at the end of it. You can probably find us. And Russ is rebuilding the website still, and I'm very excited about that because it's coming along swimmingly. Man, oh man, Nate, what is your favorite cover that we've done?
Ooh.
The April Arena, if it hops issue number 2.
Well, that's pretty close. I mean, you think about just for the reason. No, I'm gonna go with the Theater 7 one that
Okay.
April did.
Okay.
Oh, right on with the Arkansas on her crotch.
The Arkansas, and then
It was Texas.
it's Texas. Man. I could say it, but I'm a Texan now. But
Right.
but just the everything that's like she's just sitting there laying, and then she's got everything around her, and it's
Right.
just like a bubblegum candy cover,
Man, if you wouldn't eat everything on that cover, there's a serious problem.
Exactly.
In more ways than one.
You gotta eat everything.
Everything
No
on that cover,
seconds.
boy. Everything on that cover.
I like that
More
one.
than a
That's
10-second rule.
But I also enjoy, anytime Steph does one, I always try to grab the Steph one too.
Right.
And it's just there's something about that cartoony, funny style that Steph does.
Yeah.
It's like you look at it, you're like, okay, you know who that is as soon as you see it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree
but
with that.
I want to see because I got the April and Gabriel covers for Frog Legs, so I'm waiting to see that one come in.
Yeah, so Frog Legs is waiting on its last 4, and it's looking beautiful right now. I know that the colorist is doing phenomenal work on that. So we should be seeing more and more of that here before long. If It Hops 2 is already with the printer right now, so I'm thankful that may take a little bit, just a couple weeks, but I'm grateful because I have tons of elves that I'm mailing out right now. So I am a go
An
elf.
overabundance of elves.
I'm very grateful, but it's just me and my lonesome. And ever since the stuff happened with the printer before, I go through every book now, and it's a lot of books. So I go through every single issue that comes in to make sure that you guys get correct products and everything looks good.
As a fan, thank you for that because that attention to detail means a lot to me. So.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I put myself in your shoes. Would I want to receive that? Would I want to receive grungy bags and boards? Would I want to? No, dude, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't want those things.
I just gotta say, I'm with Nate on Frog Legs. I can't wait. I got one of the Vic Moya covered. I can't wait to see that in person.
Vic Moya, that guy.
So good.
I meant to ask you, Dustin. So remember when you had the forklift go through the books?
Yeah, I still have all those pictures and shit from that. I was so angry. I about fell out. You ask April when I called her like the second that shit showed up on my porch.
I think I felt a disturbance in the force when you did.
I was, Lord, I didn't know people were gonna make it.
So I was going to ask if for the damaged books, do you have to send those back so you can get recouped the funds for it,
Nope.
or can you just like sell them as a cheaper amount? Like say
we are going to use
books.
those as reader copies at shows for next year. That's what they'll be used for. So because as much as I love people like going through the books at a table, I don't want to sell you a book that someone's flipped through and put their fingers all over. I don't. You know what I mean? That was an issue that I had as a comic shop. I never wanted spinner racks in my store.
No.
Just because I feel like they damage product.
The people take and break the spine trying to look behind it.
All right.
No. Just
Right.
awful. And then they stick the blanks in those spinner racks.
Nope.
It was
trash.
It was even worse when you had like those special editions that somebody bent in half.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, like the $3.95 book. You're like, oh man, there's only one too.
Yeah.
So you're like, do I buy it? Because it's all messed up. But where I lived at, you had no choice. Like you went to
Right.
the grocery store to buy comics where I
Yep,
was at.
absolutely. Gas
You know.
station.
You know, you go
Yes,
through the
sir.
spinner rack, and that was it. If they didn't have it, you were SOL.
That's it. I never got to read a full story as a kid. Let me tell you, it was you were going to be lucky to get a story. Holy cow! What did I get? April sent me something fancy.
Oh, pay no attention. I need these, and I
Oh.
can't.
No, I
get
love
them.
that. I do that shit all the time. I'm like, hey guys, take this message so I can get these later.
Yeah. So pay no attention to the woman behind the.
The Lady of
Yep.
Oz.
Right? You know, I really like the idea of, you know, being able to do the reader copies for folks and stuff. I think that's cool. It's fun. I can't wait to start showing you guys the new setups for next year. I mean, we're going to start putting those together in the next few months. You know, ordering our new banners, order our new table, you know, table cover doohickeys and all that jazz. Speaking of table cover doohickeys, Blade and Hunter has a show coming up, guys. If you're anywhere around, you can see him live here shortly.
Very cool.
Denver Fan Expo.
Do you want to know?
I was in Denver Fan Expo. Yeah.
Denver Fan Expo. Go see him, man. He's going to have all kinds of ethereal swag. And I know he's got a bunch of blanks, man. So make sure you guys run over there and check it out. Should be exciting. And that guy is always drawing. Like, if he's at a show, he's always drawing. So make sure you go over there because he'll get picked up, man. Do you want to know?
I said that way I don't have to talk to people.
I was just gonna say that.
Who are you?
I know you. I
What
know
do you
you a
want?
little bit. I figured it's like,
Uh-huh.
and keep his head down and just keep busy.
That's it. Dustin will sell the books. I'm just going to sit over here and draw stuff.
That's right.
Makes
Yeah.
no money at the con because he keeps drawing for Dustin.
No, Dustin's the one that makes no money at the con. Don't be confused, dear friend. Dustin is the one that makes no money. Because you know what I do? When I go to a show, I take short boxes to a show. I take a shit ton of short boxes. And then I end up giving all the books to all the team members.
To the actual
that are
people,
at the
who
show.
worked on the books, or
So they sell all
That's
the
just
books.
because your luggage is broke.
My luggage did get broken.
that's true.
But you know, I like them to be able to show off what they've done.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm super okay getting paid out of pre-orders or stores or whatever. You know, as long as if we're guests at a show, I'll always give the books. If we're vendors, whatever. But if we're guests, I'll give all the books.
Well, we're building the brand, and we're talking to people, and we're
That's it.
enjoying to have like people there to talk with us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're
So if I don't have to come out of pocket extravagantly, I will always, you know, all the books will always be given to the artists. And
Yeah, if it's fiscally viable, then I think that's
Absolutely.
great because like you said, and then you have more artists. Not only they get to showcase their own stuff, but then reference to the brand. It's just a win-win. You know,
absolutely.
so,
You know, like we're
Exactly.
We have a flag right now. Go check it out. Boom.
you know, one hand washes the other, you know, and like right now, I know that we'll start booking for shows for next year here in the next couple months, and we'll be getting ready for that and whatnot. But we are to the point now where we end up being guests to a lot of shows. You know, we're not often in a spot where we're having to try to get there. We get invited to a lot, and
Nice.
so it's like when that happens, I can do more for the team than if I have to pay for 5 tables, you know, or however many tables it is. And it's one of those things where we've talked about numerous times where we're preparing ourselves for next year. You know, this year is a big building year for us. So like when we go to a show next year, it's not going to be like 2 tables. It's going to be a big ordeal when you see an ethereal group, you know, because it's going to be several artists doing several fun things. And I'm going to be walking behind them like I'm on the side of a football field, you know, just like
Coach.
cheering. And, yeah.
Or the
You know, blowing the
cheerleader, yeah.
whistle and shit.
And then
You know, talking in the microphone, you know, just make sure you guys talk to that guy. Show him your artwork. It's great. But no, it's a lot of fun. Shawnee, what is your favorite ethereal cover?
No.
No?
I can't pick. I have too
No,
many.
okay, right on. Well, I dig
So,
that. I dig that. I respect that.
No, I mean,
I can't pick
I just can't think of just one. I mean, you have to.
Right.
I have a favorite pretty much with every title that you have.
I love
mean,
that.
and
I
several
really
favorites. I mean, yeah.
No,
I am a big fan of the covers. I love the cover art. I love the pinups. I love
we
the
love
action.
it.
So yeah.
We love that you love it. And the better we do, the happier we are to give you guys better product every time we do a book. You know.
Do you have a favorite character that you enjoy like the most broad spectrum across covers?
That's a
Probably-
great
No, it's a good. I mean, C
Pocket
is kind of
April.
yeah. C is the obvious choice. I do love her and everything else. You know, I'm trying to think of through them all of them. I can't wait to see more of Alice. So
Alice is
I
a
know.
cutie.
I think
Good,
yeah,
yeah.
I think so. It's right now until I need to get more into it, but right now those two are kind of on par with each other for me.
She's definitely a cutie. I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
So like for me, Penny is my favorite,
Mhm.
but I think it's going to change.
Yeah.
With Where There Be Shadows,
There you
Okay.
go. Okay.
because
I think that There Be Shadows has a lot of good ones coming. One thing that I want people to remember about There Be Shadows, as much as we're going to have Wendy on covers, as much as we're going to have Tink on covers and whatnot, it is still the main character is still a young dude.
Yep.
So there's not going to be as many wild covers as there would be, on a regular book that doesn't have a young
And that's
dude.
okay. That variety is good though.
Absolutely. Oof.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm an Alice fan. I think that she's
Yep.
she's a lot of fun to work with.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed a certain cover for that last issue of Underland. Let me see if I can find it.
And while you're looking, I just want to say my goal is I'm hoping to be able to travel a little more, and actually next year, as you I
Yes,
know that people doing
travel.
shows to be able to get out more and physically. I can't do a whole lot, just money and time and everything else.
Of
But
course.
that's my goal is to do a few more shows, actually get out physically and see people and have some fun.
Well,
that way.
come out and hang out with
Those will
us.
be my treats for myself. So I'm hoping to be able to
Yes,
go out and see
dude.
you guys again. So
Yes. Well, I know that they want us to do Hawaii in February. I know that's a big one that they want us to do. And then we've got a store signing in Hilo after the big show on the weekend after. And then I think we're going to try to book some signings in California. I think.
if
Better
you
come to
can, if you do,
Texas.
just please let me know, and I'll see
Well,
if I
that's
can-
that's the
I'll
goal.
see if I can
is-
travel and come see you guys, depending on
Well,
where it is. So.
I have family in San Diego, and I'm thinking, it'd be nice to hit a couple shops in San Diego, even if we only stay for the day and continue to fly out that night. I think it'd be cool to stop in and sign some books or whatever. It all depends on what the team wants to do. I don't ever make decisions by myself anymore. That's just not something I do. So we'll see.
Well, like I said, if you guys get out to California, that would be amazing. But I mean, I know that's tough. And everything
I
else
don't know
because-
that any of us has done a show in
right.
California.
But even if
You
it's
guys done
somewhere,
shows in
even
California?
if it's somewhere else, and like I said, if I can make it happen, that's what like I said, that's my goal is to try and
Yeah, no.
broaden
but
my
we-
horizons a little bit if I can.
April, speaking of broadening horizons, was telling me that I need to make sure that we start getting seen on the other coasts. You know what I mean? And I'm about that. I think that that's something that we need to do because we have a really nice fan base on the East Coast. So heading out to the West Coast would be pretty cool, and meeting some folks and doing some book signings. And we're looking at right now, Shawnee, I sent enough books to that comic shop that you're at that I should be in that comic shop by now. So I'm going to send you in the next month and a half, 2 months, a packet for the shop,
Okay.
courtesy of us, so they can go check the books out. And I'm sure you've had to have shown them some of the books that you've gotten, but we're going to send them a nice little packet and see if they'd like to join the Ethereal family. But I'm going to do that for a couple stores coming up. I've got
we've got a big one here in Dallas, Duncanville bookstore. That's one of our biggest ones here.
Well, man, I'll make you a packet too, Nate.
Yeah,
Big dunk. Let's get the dunks and go out there and put some books in. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
and the reason is they do every show, like literally every show that's here, Fan Expo,
Love
Retro, I mean everything. So
That's
the more
awesome.
we can get it out there, the more we can get the word out. You know.
Yeah, man, that's the goal. Is and if you guys watching, you've got stores you want to be us in or us to be in, just let us know. We're happy to accommodate. One cool thing that we do that's different than most of the distribution companies is we give you a 50% discount no matter how many books you buy. So
that would be a big seller for mine. So yeah.
Yeah, so you're saving a ton of money. And I told one of the stores here that we're in, I literally was like, look, dude, I'll do a signing at the shop and I will give you X amount of books. And if we can't sell those X amount of books, oh my gosh, Rob. We love Rob. Rob's such a good dude. Also an incredible writer. Again, I have a plan for him in the future. I'm going to send him some stuff. Awesome guy in Australia. Really, really talented guy. He still wrote one of the most funny books in the world to me, Too Many Chooks. And it's that, and he's got a book about a killer toilet. Who doesn't have a killer toilet? Absolutely love it. So we got a lot we're working on, a lot of different ways we're pushing energies out to. Really, really excited about all the different things that we've got going on. I'm going to show you, Nate, something you haven't seen yet. I know Shawnee hasn't seen it.
Ooh.
I'm going to show you, and we've not shown any of these, I don't think, but one. We've shown one.
If Nate hasn't seen it, I'm really surprised because Nate sees a lot.
Yeah, so we've only shown one of these covers, but I was just talking to Steph Wilson today. Or yesterday, sorry. It was Steph Wilson.
You were talking to the Circle Template King himself,
the Circle
troublemaker
Template
extraordinaire.
King. And this may very, and we're doing it for Nate because he's one of Nate's favorites. So this is probably one of the best covers that he's ever done. And it's saying a lot. But this is his Cretaceous cover, and I'm in love with it, and I know April's in love with it. So much fun.
Damn. Snap. I love it.
So much fun.
That is really, really cool.
And his wild version looks amazing.
The wild is really good.
I can only imagine.
I can't show you anymore. But
I know,
Carrie, as usual, killed the colors. Just amazing.
Oh, she absolutely killed the colors. It came out really, really good.
Yep.
There are a plethora of amazing talents on that book coming out for covers too.
Very cool.
Holy cow. There's a couple I'm looking through the folders and I'm like, I gotta take that folder
I'm
out.
so excited.
Oh man. Cretaceous is a book that has evolved so far beyond like what we were originally envisioning it to be.
Okay.
I'll show you one more. Just because I absolutely let me find it. Hold on. Yeah, I'll let you guys take the floor because I know I talk like a fucking hyena. So
we just interrupt you when we need to. It's all good.
I'll let you guys have the floor for a minute so I can find this cover.
And of course, silence is going to reign because I have nothing to say.
Right.
So I will say that the If It Hops review is with Dustin today. For his review, version 2. So because I was told not to give everything away with version 1. So as soon as he is done with that will go out. I've started my Metal Girl as well. Review for it, because you were saying it's going to be the next Kickstarter, so I figured Might be good to have the synopsis to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
So you guys are gonna have a blast with this book. I mean, even the artwork's great, but even the story, I hate to say it, the story's better.
Well, I appreciate
I
that.
hate
Thank
to
you.
say it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Those underhanded compliments are the best ones you can get.
It's a shame that nobody's reading.
Smack your mama chicken shit. Okay.
hey, man.
No, it's the
Hey.
shooks.
But you asked for artist reviews. That's what you're gonna get.
Hey man, I appreciate it. No, no, that book is interesting though, in so far as I don't know if you know what a harem story is, but that's going to be a harem story, so it'll be a lot of fun.
All right then.
I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped about it. But check this out. So, you guys have been following Bladen and I working together for a couple years now, and this may be my second favorite cover from Bladen Hunter, like ever. My first one is still my favorite cover that we've ever put out, and that's C sitting on the side of that building, David Ocampo cover.
Yeah.
That's still going to be my favorite cover for the brand. I think it is everything that the brand is, and it's beautiful. But this one is for Cretaceous as well, and I can't wait to see it colored. It's just going to be fucking badass. But I'm real happy with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, little dinos.
Well, we got to get it inked, but yeah.
That made me giggle when I saw it.
Oh,
I'm real happy with that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's so super cute. Who do you
That's
want
really
to
cool.
color
It's really
it?
fun. It's really fun.
you know who I want to color it is Dan Kemp.
yeah, gotta get some inks on there. But
I
yeah.
love you so much.
Oh yeah. That's not what she was thinking.
I don't know who's going to color it, but that was me. That was me poking at Bladen because about a year ago I told him I'd get him a Dan Kemp color, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being funny. Okay.
Well,
Rotten.
I was being pseudo funny, like somewhat funny.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was a bucket list thing, my dear. So let me go ahead and just kind of write that in there.
Well, she's writing it officially in the big book.
damn.
Hey,
No,
that
no.
book is serious
I'll
business.
Now it's gonna
forget.
happen.
That book is
But-
serious business. When we're done with it, we're gonna frame that fucking book.
So we'll ask him. We've got Dan that's going to be working on There Be Shadows this weekend, and so we'll see if we can slide that in. I'm sure that he'll be
So cute.
excited to work on
I
it.
love the
It's
science
gorgeous.
in the background, the Mr. DNA. I mean,
Uh-huh.
oh my
I
god!
just love the heels. Like
Yes.
Right?
you did a great job with those feet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm
I'm digging
big
those
fan.
thighs.
Right?
That's
Those little dinosaurs are adorable.
I know.
So, a fun.
Now it just needs to pee on
This-
a couch.
this is little
in the shape
cuties.
of a heart.
No, a fun note about the compies is it's thought that they had their mucus had so much nasty stuff in it because they ate carrion that it was like a modern day Komodo dragon where it's not a natural poison in its mouth, but it's almost like it can cause gangrene and stuff because it's so nasty. You know, when they bite into you, it's just all this nasty grime gets into the wound. And Michael Crichton had written in Jurassic Park about the fact that it was almost like a sedative.
Mhm.
Like when they would bite into you, there's so much gnarly stuff in there that it would just start making you sick and making
It would
you
weaken you
tired.
to the point where you couldn't fight back.
Right. Yeah. And they'd leave. They'd bite the shit out of you 4 or 5 times and they'd run away
Mhm.
because they were little. You know, they were the size of chickens. So they'd bite the shit out of you and they'd run and then they'd come back.
Mhm.
But
when
there'd
you're
be-
down for the count, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Aha!"
Yeah. You can't fight back or hurt us. We're just going to bite
Mhm.
the shit out of you and, eat your nuts now. So that's what,
Wow.
Well, all right. Then.
no,
Well, they do go for the soft spot, so there you go.
that's it.
The tender meat.
That's it. Make sure they get the area with the short hairs.
It's usually great.
Start from the tender, get to the thicker.
That's
So,
it.
so your son is part compy, right? 'Cause Big Punch.
Yeah, he is. He may as well be. Oh, he's been in so much trouble today. So much trouble. It has not been good around my house.
Uh-oh.
It has literally been like World War III.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it is not. I've been hiding. It's been so bad. I love my wife, but I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. So
You hear the tone.
I've been married for almost 14 years now. I know better than to get in the middle of some shenanigans.
Yeah.
You know, I know. No, sir.
Nate's nodding to you.
Yep. I know all about
but
that.
you know,
There's a certain tone of voice, and you just
yes,
go,
that's
nope.
it. As soon as that voice comes out, nope, sorry, kids, fend for yourselves.
You're on your own.
That's it.
You know what you did.
That's it. And you know what's great about that? The copies that Bladen drew. Check this out, and look how just like.
Well, I mean, you sent me that reference, so I figured I might as well draw
Look
them.
how good they look.
Yeah.
Though.
Right.
Yeah, they're spot on.
Like, I'm so excited about it. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to know that we've got the interior colorist set up for that. I'm
so
really
excited to see it colored, and it's just going to be, yeah.
I'm so ready. Like, I'm so ready.
See, I want
like
a black and white copy of it.
No,
Yeah.
I did that.
I
did
like
that
that.
with BGD for Theater 7 because Devin is a traditional black and white artist. So I did a black and white copy of the book, and I think we sold 5 of them. I'm not doing it again. Like it was, and the thing was, it wasn't like it was a difficult thing to do, but it was like we're asking the printers to do other things and stuff, and it's
maybe when we get like 4 or 5 books and we're doing like a trade or something like that, maybe we can try it again. But we'll see.
I think a black and white trade would be cool.
Ever with the original art, the pencils be up for sale ever? Maybe
for Theater 7.
No, for the one for Cretaceous, the one that you just showed. For Bladen, yeah.
I don't even know how we would go about getting the pages for Cretaceous, to be honest.
Well, the pages.
No, I didn't. I meant that cover. Bladen,
is your cover going to be available on the Kickstarter? I'm sure it is.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
I'll probably buy that one.
I'm sure it will be on there.
I may have to fight Nate for it.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be on there. I'm sure it will be on there, and I'm sure that I will put it away for Shawnee. It's not a big deal.
Oh, that's just messed up.
Wow. They got a rock, paper, scissors, you know?
Yeah. No, it's like bum fights. You guys got to get out in the street. Just throw it out there on the road.
Well, they got to meet halfway in like Nebraska or something.
We got to hold a hand in Jack in one hand and then be punching with the other hand.
That's it.
We're going to have remote controlled Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Ooh, yes. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
hungry with those style.
Oh man. Anyway, there's it's a lot of fun to be able to show you guys the new stuff we've got going on, and talk about the new products and talk about what's going on in the comic world and whatnot. I'm absolutely thrilled about having If It Hops coming in. I'm really, really excited about it. Like I said, just a few more weeks, so that'll be really, really cool. I am up to my eyeballs and elf ears currently.
There's
But
a statement.
they're so pretty though. Like they're so pretty. Every single issue I pick up to put in a box of that book is just so pretty. Like I keep telling everybody going forward, right? We get better as we go. April is doing better. Bladen is doing better. I'm trying to do better. And but it's like it's one of those things where you see the noticeable difference in the quality of each book we put out. Like every book gets better. And I think the covers from My Metal Girl are going to be the first to actually go toe to toe with the covers from Fallen Leaves, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think you guys are going to get to see a lot of cool stuff.
Exciting.
I just saw Tina's. I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Came out really pretty.
That's one that you can show.
I can show that one. Hold on.
Yeah, it's got
Now that we have that one,
things.
yeah, I can show that one.
Or-
You know,
Just to find it first before I can show it, though.
I'm absolutely in love with Zeiss, though. I mean, I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to show it. It's a large file. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can upload it. But I have so much fun with this book. Like, it's ridiculous how much fun I have with it. Let's see if it'll upload. And the colors came out so pretty. Who colored that one, April?
Yelena.
Ooh.
Yelena De Napoli.
Oh yeah,
So
she's
pretty.
That is good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're going for that manga look, so getting the manga colors and the manga like Tina really pulled it out, I think, for this one. Like, it's just really, really pretty.
That's really incredible. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh gosh, and then
It has a Jean Grey feel to that cover.
Oh yeah,
let's see.
I can see that.
You've seen Louis Bravo's. You've seen LC's. You have not seen the newest member of Ethereal's cover yet. And I'll say this, and I'm going to give this guy props all day long. Like, all day long. So Julian comes out and is just like, hey, look, I did this badass piece. Like, and he's like, I know all about Ethereal. I love Ethereal. And he was just like, this is badass. But he gets his Anne Bonny, right? And he shoots his Anne Bonny before anybody knew anything about the character or before that we showed off anything about the character. And it's like somebody's got insider fucking intel. But it took real balls to do this amount of work and to be like, hey, look, I would like to work with you guys.
You sure he hasn't
like,
bugged your office or your desk or something? He's got a little secret.
Dude, and I'll say this. All the time you hear people that don't want to work for free or they don't trust publishers or they don't da-da-da. Look, man, if this cat had not really shot this work to April, he wouldn't have a job with us. And he literally shot this work out of nowhere and got a job because he
took a risk.
Shot his shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he took a risk and it paid off. That's awesome.
I sent you the files in Messenger.
Oh, I can use this messenger now? Hold on. Right on. I will download it and I will upload it. Thank you for sending me the one I can share because I almost put the other one up here.
That's not good.
Dude, no, it's a $25 fee on Twitch now. If you, yeah, the bylaws just changed on Twitch. Don't be posting nothing you're not supposed to.
For some things, that might be worth it.
But
Oh
man,
wow,
like
that's insane.
Like yeah,
Yeah,
pretty damn badass. So really proud of that guy, and I know April put him.
that
right
was
to work
quite
on
the leap of
project.
faith that worked. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
but that's what it takes, right? Like when I saw a guy talking the other day about how you can't get jobs no matter how talented you are in artwork and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was like, we hire people all the time. You know, it's just sometimes you may not be as qualified as you perceive yourself to be. You know what I mean? And no one's attacking your skill level or anything. You just may not be there.
Well,
You know,
that's hard
so
too, because you go into the comic book shop and you're looking at books from established publishers, and you're going, well, my stuff's either like on par or just as good as all these people, but what are they doing? Like, how are they getting all the work? So
Right.
I get it.
right. So you're out there, feeling like there's no opportunity, but there is opportunity. You just have to find the right publisher that you're a fit for,
and
and
sometimes that's gotta be
Damn
hard.
good too, though.
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like a needle in a haystack, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what if it's one of those things where you hit up 15, 20 different companies, right? You want to get hired, you want to da-da-da. But in reality, when you look at the numbers, I can still only name like 5 on my hand that put out books consecutively, that are putting out books. You've got people that put out 1 or 2 a year, 3 a year, whatever. and then you've got people that put out one a year, and but to find your Merc books, your Scout books, your Coffin.
Coffin. Yep.
It's one of those things where, or what's Marat's book?
Counterpoint.
Oh, counterpoint.
To find a publishing company that you can get on with that has positions. Even it may not even be your skill level. It might just be the fact that, hey, you missed the boat.
Well, they already know these guys versus what skill level is. It's like who they know and who's their friend that's already working on stuff.
Right. And that's what happened. We get this somebody knew somebody, and I'm okay with it. I'm super, super okay with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know who you trust.
Yeah. I'm a super, if Bladen or David or April, hell, April's got a couple people jobs. Bladen's got a couple people jobs with us. You know what I mean? It's if that an individual is a fit, you know what I mean? There's no sense in not working with them, but I still think the early bird gets the fucking worm, man. The majority of my life, I've been waking up at 5:30 in the morning, so to be able to go, hey, look, there, someone's shooting their shot, you have to respect that. And that was one of the biggest things for me. The artwork's beautiful, but I was like, dude, this guy's like out here, throwing his shit out, like, and it's not like half-ass either, so yeah, get that guy. That guy's fucking dope. I don't know. I remember, when we started, we couldn't get people to want to do artwork. You know what I mean? It was like, you got to pay me up front. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to sign a fucking waiver, give a stool sample and everything else to get people to want to do artwork for you. And when you start getting to a point where you're established, all of a sudden people want to work. And I have this mentality where I'm like, well, if you didn't like me with the listener, you don't like me now. You know what I mean? And it's funny when it comes like that because, Ocampo and I have been together since issue 1 of the listener. And it's been such an amazing symbiotic relationship. Like right now, the guy's in like 4 of our books, and it's beautiful. Like his colors are beautiful. I strive to grow with people, and because like April or Bladen, the more you work with them, the more you know them, the more you know their expectations. The more they know your own flaws. If you build a team with people that can uplift you, that's the team you want to be with. If they know that this is where you're having a hard time and they step up, that's your people. You know what I mean? Those are the people you want to keep for as long as you can possibly keep. Cultivate motherfuckers, man.
You do. But on the flip side, to your point there, it's also sometimes people who are trying to break in new, like you said, it's that trust issue. I mean,
for sure.
Exactly. So, I mean, well, true. I mean, if, they said, pay me up front, everything else. And it, I'm with you. It's like, well, if you didn't like me originally, then I'm on my way. But again, as you know, it's hard though, because they've good chance they have been burned before by somebody.
Absolutely.
So it's a double-edged sword.
For sure. Well, like I got taken for like almost $4,000, something like a little over $4,000 when I first started. And it was just by month after month, that it all built up. And we had a guy come up to us the other day and was like, hey, look, this happened to me. And I was like, holy shit, I feel bad for that cat. I was there. You know what I mean? I dealt with that. And as a creator, it's one of those things where, yes, I do want to make sure everyone's comfortable. And I do want to make sure that, everyone is in a good state of mind, feels good, and can do what they want to do. But if you look at the statement you just made, if you look at the fact that, yes, they've been burned, I'm going to tell you guys something that you may not believe. Publishers get burnt just as much. Just as much.
I believe it.
If there have been plenty of cats that don't turn their shit in on time, or plenty of cats that say they want to do work and then don't show up that day to work.
Unfortunately, it is a two-way street. It
is a two-way street. So the best we can do is to make people comfortable and meet in a positive location, for both individuals. Because again, it's all about cultivation. Like I want everyone to know your name. I want everyone to know your name. I want everybody to be, hey, look, Bladen Hunter's a bad son bitch. Or April, man, she's really cool. She does her stuff and she's fucking cool. I want those things. You know what I mean? It's the things I want. Again, at the end of this year, my goal is to be a household name in the indie market. That is my goal by the end of the year. I think we can get there. And it's one of those things where, but I don't need people to know my name. I don't need my name to be in.
You want the brand.
That's it. It's the brand. But in going forward, probably in the future, you're going to see a lot more April and a lot more Bladen than you do of myself. So it's one of those things where I'm constantly trying to build this podium for these incredible people to stand on, and for them to be able to showcase how incredibly talented they are.
I bet Blaine's has mixed emotions about that. What do you mean I got to be more social?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what?
He thinks it's Gavin. We'll see.
He speaks.
He does every now and then.
That's all you need, right?
That's it. You don't say nothing unless you have something important to say, right?
Exactly.
I say things to fill the space. No, it's just there's a lot of really positive energy going on right now, and speaking of positivity, I saw Male Reina on Facebook today, and he looked super happy. So I was pleased about that. Because I know he had a rough day with a tire the other day, so having some positive energy for Male Reina, I was pretty happy for that guy.
He was a little worried he was going to lose a fingernail. The tire busts, and so he gets out there and he's jacking it up and gets everything situated, and then I guess something slipped and his finger just ballooned to double its size. I'm like, nah.
He smooshed that thing.
It's worth a $25 fine, what he said.
Oh my goodness.
That poor guy. Oh my God.
So, speaking of super fun books, what's going on, Caesar? Oh man, we hope you're having a great Friday, man. We're having a good time. We're always having a fucking good time on Friday. Kill Cam is coming along beautifully. Wow. Oh, so good. Well, you've got to be 18 pages in now, huh?
I have not counted, but I'm just popping through them. So here's a little sample of another page.
Oh, dude, cool. I love that panel, that middle panel there.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense, yeah.
So good. So good.
I like this one he's working on. I like the expressions.
You guys are in for a real treat with this Halloween spell.
Oh, more action. Very cool.
And actually, this is the one I worked on while we were on the other show.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, there. Nice.
So good. So good. I can't,
Because I'm proud of it. Here's,
that one came out good, right?
That's awesome.
It did come out really, really good.
I should probably sign it. Huh.
Probably should sign it.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably sign
What time was the other show? Was it during the day?
No, what was it?
It was on Monday.
It was Monday at
we were just.
It was Wednesday.
Or Wednesday, sorry.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was definitely Wednesday.
Time flies, we're just having fun.
Whoops.
Yes, it was.
I just remember Dustin being like, Hope Day! I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Mike, guess
so
what day
happy.
it is.
I have too much fun.
I love those commercials.
I have too. You know what, man? Again, there has to be energy. You have to bring the energy, and sometimes I'm the only one with it, so I have to compensate a little bit.
I'm strong with the sass.
Yeah,
I'm working here.
yeah.
Lane says, "Don't bother me. I'm busy."
I'm working it. I'm busy. Yeah. Come on.
Included this
Oh my
in-
gosh. Well, so anyway, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got Kill Cam on, that's almost done. It's looking beautiful. But we've got My Metal Girl on the 23rd, right? What's that, next Friday?
Launching.
Yeah, like a week
Mhm.
from now. So make sure you guys are checking out If It Hops. Make sure you guys are getting your If It Hops stuff. If It Hops still has 2 weeks, so by all means, take your time a little bit if you need to. Get in there and pick your good picks and whatnot. This will be the first time we're staggering books the way we're staggering them. We're trying something new. So we'll have not Kill Cam. My Metal Girl will be out live at the same time for a week as If It Hops. So we'll see how that all pans out. We'll see how it, how you guys like it, and because it still gives you almost a 3-week period in between funds having to be put in. I like that. I like the 3 to 4 week window. You know what I mean? So, and this, remember, so it ends. It'll have 2 additional weeks plus 3. So you have like 3 weeks in between the pay dates for each of those. So
I am one of those weirdos in my job. I get paid monthly.
Yeah,
So-
I love
so it worked
pay.
out. So, but having the staggered for me actually is really helpful. So
Right.
yeah.
I like the staggered, and that was another great idea from the Reina.
Yeah.
So
I have a weird, maybe not though. I'm just curious. I know Kickstarter sometimes, or they used to. I heard sometimes had a time if you had to finish like fulfillment or do something. Are you experiencing issues with trying to stagger it?
You can't have more than 6 campaigns open or something.
we have an understanding with them where they understand that we have multiple different teams that do projects, and they understand that there's not really a difference between each of those teams doing a Kickstarter versus us doing 2 different Kickstarter type projects.
I was just curious because I knew.
Yeah, no,
I've heard in the past
absolutely.
that sometimes they have problems. So I was
Absolutely.
just making sure wondering if you were
No, it's
experiencing. Okay.
literally because of the fact that it's different groups of people. that
Awesome.
we're able
Okay,
to do
cool.
it. You know what I mean? Literally.
I was worried because, like I said, I like the staggering, so I
Yeah.
want it to be
No,
successful.
you're good. No, it's one of those things where we're working out all the kinks to it and stuff like that. So
Cool.
it's exciting to do, and I hope that it's helpful to folks and see what they think about it. So so you'll get to see plenty of ads on all the spaces and stuff from folks with covers from If It Hops. Then you'll see somebody else with a cover for My Metal Girl and whatever.
Oh darn!
Shucks. I don't like putting shoving campaigns in you guys' faces. So we try to stick to the campaign groups and stuff like that when we but I do like to share the artwork, and I like to keep everybody in the know. Because I'm constantly shadow banned on Facebook anymore. So I like to make sure that, it sucks so bad. I could get a post that has 160 likes and 400 reach, and then I'll post it somewhere else that's not my page, and I'll get 1 like. And I'm like, you're a fucking liar. 1 like in a group of 9,000. Shut up.
Yeah.
So
The
it is what it is.
algorithms are, I don't know.
Well, I try to beat them every way that I possibly can. But we have fun. Anyway, it has been almost 2 hours. It has been a blast as usual on Fridays. We have so much fun.
Friday.
Yeah, it's super.
I gotta work tomorrow, so
Oh,
You got to move tomorrow.
work.
I guess to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. What do you
So
do
I
tomorrow?
shouldn't say that I'm lucky enough. I get a 3-day weekend.
There's a lot of folks
I get
3-day
yeah,
weekend.
so,
Uh-huh. A lot of folks got a 3-day weekend coming up, so
Yeah.
we'll see how that works. I don't have a 3-day weekend coming up.
I
but
don't think you get a weekend period sometimes.
I
You just-
generally don't,
I was
but
gonna say.
I'm very grateful. Heather helps a lot, and she works her ass off on her job and then helps with everything else too. So
She's incredible. We
she
love her.
is. Oh my gosh, she's a
I
superhero.
intentionally maneuvered our due dates so that technically we have Independence Day like that week as a
Aw.
bye week.
Yes.
Thank you, April.
So-
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, she thinks these things. We appreciate her.
she
She keeps the rest of us from going batshit crazy.
Well, there's
But-
just one extra week between Cretaceous and Halloween, so
We'll be all right. We'll be all right with an extra week in between. That gives Bladen time. That's what I was going to tell you guys to be excited about. Bladen is actually doing the first issue for the Halloween book.
Mhm.
Mm.
He's doing the
Ooh.
artwork for the first one.
All
I
right.
don't know who's doing the artwork for the second issue yet. So,
we still need to ask him. But how could
So
he
you have
refuse?
ideas, you just haven't had it confirmed yet.
it's just now getting in the give a damn window. So
Okay.
Mm.
we will that's how we're going to play that. So, but the cool thing is it's literally going to drop back to back to back. So you guys are going to get all the Halloween story literally right after another. So you're not going to have to wait for it or anything. And then you also get the butt calendar right around that time
Oh, yeah.
period. Bottoms up, baby.
No. It's not
No?
a calendar. There is this a calendar,
just
but the
says
bottoms up book is separate.
Oh, see?
So bottoms up book with a calendar component.
Okay.
April keeps me straight. There's a calendar
Uh-huh.
coming out and it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited about the butt book. I keep thinking about it. So
You keep bringing it up, so yes, we know you're excited.
all ready for the butt book. No, we got to get t-shirts done, new stickers done. There's a lot we've got in the pipe that we're about to put together. Anyway, thanks again, guys, so much for hanging out with us.
Always
I'm
a
going
blast.
to cut it out here, but thank you again for hanging out with us on your Friday night. I know you guys have had it. Everybody's had a super fun work week and they're ready for some relaxation, so again, thank you so much. Go check out the If It Hops campaign. It's there. It's fun. It's hopping good time. And we will holler at you guys later. Be good.
Night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.